About 240 to 260 off the tee.
Kelly Sue now, her second shot here at 7. Location back, a little bit of a bowl. It's downwind today. There's a spine that runs right through the middle. She's currently at 9 under par. Tough to get it closer on a couple birdies, and that's going to be a popular spot right there. Won't get down into that valley, but chance for birdie. Par's a good spot.
Watching college golf for the first time, bear in mind 5 players go out, 4 scores count. To make up 4, 6, 8 shots isn't as difficult as you might think it is.
Not one bit. All it takes is for one player to have a birdie, another player to have a double bogey. Next thing you know, that's 3 shots different, and it can happen in a flash.
All right, Kelly Sue now hit the nice shot here. Gets a little putt down the hill. It's been misread by a couple groups today. It falls left just at the end, but it's all about the speed on this one. Couple under on a round today, 9 total. Birdies at 1 and 2 got off to that hot start. So this be a big one. Like I said, only 2 birdies on this hole today. Toughest hole on the golf course today. A little bit of wind. It wasn't much early, but then it's kind of picked up as the teams that got off early might have got a few holes in before the wind, and that's going to hang out to the left as well. Stress-free par, that's what you want.
This is by far the nicest weather that these players have seen all week.
Correct. As you mentioned, there was a little bit of rain there the one day, and it cool temperatures, but it's warmed up. And the golf course is immaculate. It's grown in nicely. Last year was the first year, and it's just so pretty to look at, and the greens are perfect. We say that a lot.
Miss Jim, I love it.
What's happened to me? Who am I?
Let's go to the green at 8. Pick up Kelly Sue from Stanford. She's 9 under. She's 3 back, looking to get a little bit closer.
And this is a player hasn't had a victory, and she's, you know, trying to make a difference. She's ranked 29th in the women's amateur golf rankings, which, you know, you think that's pretty good, but on the team that Stanford have, that's not close to being there. Top of their team.
It's got a chance. Yes, it does. The junior from Claremont, California rolls that in, moves to 10 under par, and back on the tee you saw Paula Martin San Pedro and Brooke Riley, the assistant coach for Stanford, watching that.
That could have been a scary time. All right, Kelly Sue for par. A pretty good birdie putt, but come up short again. That was a short little backstroke, and that's a bogey at the 9th. So she'll drop a shot.
Yeah. We were at Southern Hills talking about
I was there when it happened. It scared me.
We're watching the match, and she gutted it out for 4, 5, 6 holes, and then finally said, I can't do it anymore.
That's fairway.
All right, let's go to 18. LSU's Josephine Weidel. This for par. And LSU needing to do something here on the last. That won't help because Elsa Svensson right now is 8 over par. She's going to be the drop score for LSU. So for Josephine to give one back there, you get the sense Jim and Karen 10, maybe 11 over will be the magic number for 8th by day's end.
Last year it was 20 over, and this year that is a credit to the golf course being in better shape, grown in better, and a good setup, I think, in the combination, Karen, and some decent weather today.
It's true, but you say that, but it's just not easy coming in.
No.
And just getting in, knowing that you're right on the bubble, and your coaches are trying to coach you to do anything to make pars and just to try and get it in the house. You can feel that tension when you're out there.
Well, that's up to the coach to not allow them to see them feeling the tension. That's a tough juggle.
It's hard. Shouldn't be too bad for her to get down in 2 from there. It's always a bit of a lottery if you run back off that false front.
Correct.
Green at 10, Stanford's Kelly Sue for birdie. Look at within 2.
So Stanford, what makes them so good? They are strong from their #1 player all the way to their #5 player. There are so many great teams in college golf that are strong from 1 to 3, 1 to 4. There's always one that may or may not play, but they all play well in Stanford.
Speaking of great players, Romero from Oregon having a great day. And this is getting better. Good. Did we get another eagle? Oh, hello, darling.
Which is aggressively to make birdies.
Kelly Sue gonna go ahead and lay it up here. She's going with the iron. She's just 3 back, but maybe playing to her strength. Saw Marine lay up as well. Had a good chance for birdie. Didn't convert it, but that's the play she's going with, and that'll be just fine.
And to Karen's point about Maria, not one of the longest hitters out here.
All right, Kelly Sue laid it up. This is her second shot. Got the little backstop if she wants to use that. She's currently at 9 under. That's only 2 back. This is definitely gettable. Said it earlier, and they made it.
But I think this is where a coach like Ann Walker will have culture.
Yeah, and that's Erin Yu, the assistant there. A big part of the success the last few seasons for UCLA. Now Tejado, an enormous birdie putt here at the last.
Have to get it there, have to give it a chance. Oh, that's what she does. I think she knew what she needed to do there, Burko, and she just, her hands got a little jumpy at the bottom. That's a lot left for her 5.
And the same could be said for Garrett Runyon at LSU. You lose Ingrid Lindblad, Latana Stone, Carla Tejado, Rocio's older sister. Okay, but be a tough 2-putt. Tejado, that was for a 2-putt par, so she's going to make bogey, and for all intents and purposes, LSU not going to move on to match play because their final player on the course, Elsa Svensson, going to be the drop score for LSU, but a valiant run by the Bayou Bengals trying to make it back to match play in 2020. You know, we tried, we fought, but it just wasn't enough.
Exactly. Kelly Sue not for birdie. This gets her to 10 under. Good slide right at the end. It's right in the center. That's a nice putt.
And that decision to lay up off the tee really paying dividends there.
Well, it played to her strength. I mean, that's what I was an aggressive player, maybe not always the smartest move sometimes, but for her, that was the strategic. Yeah.
Because Kelly Sue, who's on the tee at 12, is just 1 back.
Looking a little anxiously at it.
It's that big hop on that green that Amelia had talked about 30 minutes ago. So work to do for Kelly Sue, the junior from Stanford, 1 back and continuing to chase. Are back at the par 3 12th. Kelly Sue, tee shot ending up over the green. She's 10 under. She's 1 off the lead, looking to get up and down, and Julia's down there.
She didn't draw too bad of a lie here. It's kind of sitting up nicely. She's opening that club face up. She has some green to work with. It is slightly downwind right now as well. This will test her. Going high with it and trying to get it to land soft. Needs to settle though.
Not a bad effort all in all.
So she will have that for her par to stay. Maybe it's the jockeying for position. Ultimately, you're going to have to face Goliath at some point when we speak about Stanford, but match play, all bets are off when the race to 3 points starts, and that gets going tomorrow morning with the quarters, the semis tomorrow afternoon, and championship Wednesday to lead with the trophy.
Be a Daniel.
Got to be somebody, right? All right, let's see if Kelly Sue can save par.
This would be a very nice par here, coming off a birdie at the last. She's headed into some pretty difficult golf holes coming up. You do not want to drop one here. Oh.
Exactly the opportunity you would have desired on Friday morning.
13, Kelly Sue, second shot here. Been 14 birdies here, one of the tougher holes. The locations we've seen on that front portion. Okay, a little bit of a pull. That'll be a trick.
Not at all.
Not when you're leading by 2 as we head over to 13.
Yeah, Kelly Sue now for birdie.
Putting up and over a ridge. Once it crests that ridge, it starts to move to the right a little bit. This needs to be good speed here.
You got some speed if it gets going a little bit too much to get by the hole, but this is really good there.
Goodness.
Excellent. Yeah, that's a little wave to the hand. She knew it was good. Played for Stanford. Everything's good. Gonna put a spot on that one. Let's go ahead.
Match play. All right, let's go over to 14. Kiara Romero, Oregon sophomore, standout. Won the Big Ten championships, won a regional title as well, and she continues to roll it right along. 7 under on the day for Kiara Romero. Remember, she was in that final group the Saturday of the Augusta National Women's.
14.
Kelly Sue, her second.
The wind has really picked up into these players' faces right now. That'll leave a little downhill putt above this hole.
You could tell she really liked the shot, though. The way she was kind of holding that follow through, little club twirl.
Let's go to 14. Kelly Sue, this for birdie.
Downhill a little right to left, but it's not as fast as these players think.
Another one fooled by the speed of that green on 14.
Well, they're just so smooth. They just seem faster than they are.
Quite done yet. You got Ella Galitsky still out there with a chance to maybe birdie them all coming in.
And this has been a tough one to read, but this is for birdie. It goes left just a little bit. Oh, there you go. That gets them within 2 shots.
Such a phenomenal talent.
Started in January.
Whole concept and the whole atmosphere. 15. Sue's second shot.
Dead center of the fairway. She wants to look out to the right here. That's the best spot to hit it.
So they're on that plateau. Stay up there. Okay.
That when there were gaps in the data,
Hole location, putting back up the hill. She can be aggressive with this one. Should pull a little left.
Yeah, it stayed left, so she'll make par. She'll stay at 9 under. There's a couple birdies I would assume to come in, depending what Marine does at 18. And a couple good chances there. Still a solid day.
Well, Kelly Sue will eventually find out she's got work to do. First, though, we'll watch her tee shot at 16.
130 yards. Just looking to land something on the front portion of this green, and that did not sound good, Berko.
Could
Oh,
she?
my
Oh no!
goodness.
Could she tell that Marine had made a birdie on the 18?
Virginia might be in as we head over to Kelly Sue from the drop zone at 16.
Just about 10 yards closer. Much better shot here. Headed just a little left.
On the golf course, but here her tee shot in the water at 16 and trying to save a 4 to have any chance. As well as she had played all day and all week long, Karen, still taken aback by that tee shot.
Well, insanely hard to be back in it next time.
Yeah, about the emotions, the positive, the happy, and the sad, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows. All right, Kelly Sue now second shot. See if she can finish strong. Tough 16th hole.
Yeah, she hit a really nice drive to bounce back after a difficult tee shot on that par 3. Left it center of the fairway here. Hole location 28 paces on. This is a good looking shot here.
Well, you do the math, Jim. She pretty much had to go 2-2.
She did.
And she gave it a run, but she'll go back to that tee shot at 16 probably later this evening and say, what can I learn from it? Was it the moment? Did things get going quickly?
But you got to put that out of your mind because you got tomorrow. We got match
tomorrow. Still, though, the individual title, Jimmy, mathematically not Maria Jose Marine's yet, but we're getting really close.
Yeah, we are. Kelly Sue now for birdie, just to get her to 8. Been a nice Bounce back. She'd have made that one. So she'll par 17. Head to 18. Fairly solid day today. Had a chance.
How about Kiara Romero, the standout sophomore from Oregon? 7 under on the day. He's got to look at birdie. If it goes, a smooth little 64 for the Ducks as they will move on as the 2 seed tomorrow. And I think projecting ahead, Oregon will go, and they're solid. They have depth where Kiara takes them. Even though she's worth just 1 point, you know, that mental aspect of putting her out, maybe setting the tone.
I quite agree. It's all important in match play. How you line up your players. I think Derek's pretty smart as a coach of Oregon directly. I think he knows his players well, and he knows how they respond. Being first or last is a mindset. If you go out last, you have to be very happy to be on the range on your own, and it becomes a lonely spot as opposed to being with a team all around you.
Indifferent first 3 days for Kiara, both decades.
It sure has, and the golf course has completely changed, that's for sure.
All right, tee at 18, Kelly Sue ready to play.
She's been so good with this club all day. Sends it straight up in the air on a good line.
Currently solo
on the same day. On the 7th,
here at La Costa, final day of stroke play of the 2025 NCAA Division I Women's Golf Championships. Moments ago, it became official. Maria Jose Marin, the Arkansas sophomore, now all secure now is Virginia. 1 clear of ASU for that 8th and final spot. We head down to the last. Kelly Sue getting ready for her 3rd on the par 5.
In, you know, she'd love to knock something close here and finish under par for her round today. Maybe get rid of some of the ghosts from hole 16. Love the way she hits wedges. Hits them so high in the air. They land very softly, just like that.
Good shot by Kelly as we send it back.